Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nusa of Nusa Capital, coming to you from the Southern Hemisphere on a very warm, very warm morning. I hope you're all having a nice weekend. And as you can see, the world of crypto and finance generally is very interesting at this time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we can't put a final point on recent developments. Many a company is now having Bitcoin treasuries. Countries are looking at Bitcoin reserves. So obviously, the importance of Bitcoin grows. Bitcoin is not a sort of asset on the side anymore for nerds or anything, no. This plays now for the big boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're retail, try and gather as much as you can. The play, this is no financial advice, but the play for everyone is to gather your Bitcoin. Hold on to your spot because it's going to come in very handy as time goes on. Anyway, let's get started with the analysis. And as you all know, it's not detailed, but it's just rough and ready. So we're going to start off with Bitcoin. As always, well, ladies and gentlemen, if one looks at Bitcoin, one can already see that we've got this sideways price action. A bit of volatility you can see between the high and the lows of each particular last few days or last few weeks or so. You can see the volatility, very obvious. Bitcoin overall trading sideways. There's a danger that it could come down to about 102, but like I told you the other day, watch out for the liquidation areas. I think that's what the market makers are doing. The market makers are playing both the longs and the shorts. And so when they can take out the longs, they take them out. When they can take out the shorts, they take out the shorts. They've been doing this now more consistently, particularly in the last, should I say, 12 to 15, 16 months. I mean, if you go back, I'm probably wrong in the length, but if you see a consistency in what they're trying to do. Once again, as you can see, there are no maroon areas, which means there's no areas of supply, only areas of demand, which you can see here. And this is where people are buying. So what happens is that once the price falls and it comes into this region, probably retail and institutions are actually buying. Now, there are two areas here of demand that are overlapping. This is the area, the first one, this bit here to here. That's, I think it's between 91 and 95. I think that's the area you should watch. I don't see the price of Bitcoin falling below the bottom here, which is about something like 88 or so. I don't really see it falling unless something really dramatic happens, but I doubt that very much. The dangers, if it falls below about 87, we have a danger of it dropping all the way down to 76. I've said that before, I've said it again, and I'm saying it now. So just watch out for that, but I doubt it. I think the market makers will continue to play their game. So expect a sort of wider range of about between 91 to about 108. I think that's the space they're going to play in. As long as there's liquidity in one of those areas, they're going to come there. They're going to come there and they're going to take it. So watch out for that. Okay, let's just throw on the Ichimoku as always. Please forgive me, I'm not using candles, and the reason is this. Let me just put on the candle so you can see. It looks a bit crowded, so I've tried to sort of lighten it a little bit by using bars, just so that you can see when I put on the Ichimoku. And as you can see, this is bullish. Tenkan-sen is above the Kijun-sen, although Kijun-sen is flat, and that flatness is reflected in the price trading sideways, as you can see, at a reasonable volume here. Chiku span is running free, might be pointing downwards, but it is free of anything, which means it can run free. As I've always told you, the Chiku span must run free to see any major increase or decrease in prices. So this is definitely, Bitcoin is definitely bullish, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go to the next thing, and let's just hide that, and let's go to Binance. Now I know some people are wondering why we're doing Binance, but Binance is important enough to be considered, particularly for those who are holding Binance. Again, we see an area of supply here, and that is between the area of 705 and 745. So watch out for that. It has to get through this area. Also, we've got the area of supply. I beg your pardon, the point of control area. It's an area of supply, and the point of control is here beg your pardon for that. And because the point of control here, remember that the point of control, that's this red line, tells you how much, there's a lot of price activity going on in that area. And you can see also reflected in the amount of volume that goes on here in the volume profile. So watch out for that. There's enough momentum. It's going to break through this area of supply quite quickly and go back to its all-time high. Worst case scenario, I think we shouldn't worry about the lower ends of the areas of demand. I think it's this one here between 607 and 646. I don't see Binance falling below 600, as I said earlier, except something dramatic happens. That's when we're going to get the fall. But generally, I don't expect to see the fall. Okay, let's just throw in our Ichimoku. Ichimoku here, you can see a lot of it is caught up within the cloud. The price action is below the cloud. If let's just switch quickly. Let's just show you the candles. You can see the last couple of candles there. As you can see, they're below the cloud. The Kinjin Sen is above the Tenkan Sen. That's definitely a bearish activity. And of course, you can look at that. Look at the Chikou span there. Let's just make it a little bigger. Look at the Chikou span here. That area here. You see that? It's stuck inside the cloud, under the other indicators. And it means it has not just have to get out the cloud, get through the indicators, but also has to get through the price action. When you see things like that, that means that the price, it tends to sort of hold the price back. Also, cloud is trading sideways, so expect more sideways action. I think we can expect something between its current price, about 682, and about 745. Expect that price activity to carry on for quite a bit of time. Don't expect it to just go up suddenly. Okay, next we're going to look at Ethereum. And here's Ethereum. There are two areas of supply here. Remember what I said about areas of supply? They're selling areas. The volume profile is fairly even, particularly in the higher price ranges here. Ethereum is trading at its point of control, which means that a lot of activity is going on here. And you can see that cluster, as you can see in this area. Look at that cluster there. A lot of activity going on. Now, there's a danger, I think, if you ask me. I think here, around 30,020, around 3,000 would be our lower limit. Now, it's not impossible, but I think that if it breaks through, it's going to go back very quickly, because if it breaks through and there's enough momentum to push it downwards, we're going all the way down to about 2,600. So we should watch out for that. I hope not, but we should watch out for that. There isn't that danger immediately, but just be careful, be vigilant. Another thing you can see here, if you look at the price action, you can see that, let's just make it a little bigger. It's lower highs and lower lows, and it's just trading downwards. Just heading downwards there. So it's not much of it's hardly encouraging at the moment at what Ethereum is doing. Now, there are many that still believe that Ethereum, Solana is actually going to kill off Ethereum. I don't think so, but I think Sol is going to take over a lot of stuff that Ethereum could be or should be doing. Anyway, let's throw on the Ichimoku very quickly. And there we have it. You can see that the price is under the cloud. Kinjin Sen is above Tenkan Sen. Kinjin Sen is also flat, as you can see here, which is also why you see price trading sideways. And when most of the price action is within the cloud, that also encourages you to trade sideways. Chikou span here, once again, caught up between, and this is from the bottom, trying to get to the top, caught up within the price action. That also acts as an area of resistance. It kind of helps resist, keeps the price from not moving as fast as it should. So we have to watch out for that. This is definitely bearish, no question about that. And I would suggest people should keep their powder dry for the moment. For those in the position, be patient. An opportunity to sell will come. But right now, if you're not in Ethereum, I would strongly recommend keep your powder dry, be patient, and wait. There might be a better area of retracement where you can then enter and subsequently make your profits. Okay, so that's Ethereum. Let's head to Solana. Solana is quite interesting. Fairly even volume profile here. This looks almost like a bearish harami. It almost looks like it. Not quite. The price. This chart is just ugly. Let's just be honest. It's really ugly. There's some areas here, particularly these areas of light volume here. It could easily fall through, and this has the danger of coming all the way back to the point of control. But we'll have to just wait and see on that one. There's no area of supply anywhere, but there are a couple of areas of demand, which means that even if it comes this area down here, I doubt if people are going to see 182. We've probably seen the last of the 200, it falling below 200, the sub 200. I think this is probably the last time we've seen it. Some posited that that's exactly what's going to happen. We're not going to get below 200 anymore. Many of the analysts, particularly if you do a more detailed analysis of Solana, Solana looks like it's going to go much higher in the future because of things like Firedancer coming and other DeFi instruments that are coming to the Solana platform. We're not going to go deep into that at the moment. I think we'll probably do a separate video for that. Let's just throw on the Ichimoku. Let's have a look. Ichimoku definitely tells us this is bearish. Tenkan-sen, that's the blue line here above the Kijun-sen. Kijun-sen is a bit flat. You can see that reflects in the price action trading sideways. Chikuspa is running free. Clouds are a bit flat, and Onina is just showing a little bit of an angle. But so far so good. We are safely bullish. I think one of the best entries, if it shows that, is to buy at this range here at about 232 will be a very good entry point if you can get it. And maybe coming all the way down to about 220 might be also another very good point to get back into the trade if you have not bought any Solana. I would strongly recommend wait for some kind of retracement before buying. Okay, now let's go to SUI. Everybody has posited this as Solana killer, but I don't think it is. Right, it's in an area of demand. This area has acted as a magnet. It's come back to this area here, which is between $3.97 and $4.25. It's what I said in the last quick analysis that we did. This is an area of demand, which means that possibly some people are seeing this as a buying opportunity. We could easily see it come all the way down to about 379. It's possible. Worst case scenario, about 351. I doubt that very much. Again, something dramatic has to happen, but you never know in the markets. For the first time for quite a while now, we've had an area of supply as well. So, which means that this area, people have been selling some. So I think what's happening in this area here is that some people are taking profits. So far, so good. Let's go to the daily weekly. You can see that this has been nothing but going upwards here. So it's probably one of the best performing cryptocurrencies already from 2024 and probably going to carry on into 2025 as we are now. Let's go back to the daily very quickly and let's look at our Ichimoku. And for quite a while, SUI was above the cloud. The first rumblings of getting into the cloud, as you can see here, the cloud itself is still at an incline with just very slight trading moving sideways. I don't know how long that is going to live. We've got an area, buying area and a selling area very, very close by, which is already discussed. I think it's going to be a buying opportunity for some people. Some may want it to come down to about 379 before they get in. Some even may want to see it fall to about 350. But we just have to wait and see how this plays. So far, this is weekly bullish at the moment. If you're not in the position, I would suggest that you be patient to watch how far the price action is prepared to retreat or retrace, and then make your subsequent purchases. Okay, so that's that. Let's now look at let's look at WIF. I'm doing this, as I said, I look at these, I don't have WIF. Let me just make it very clear now. I don't have any WIF at all. In full disclosure, I have no WIF. I have no MOODENG. I have traded the MSTR, that's the MicroStrategy shares, purely speculatively, and I have no HODL at all because that was just out of my reach. It was in the Canadian markets and I couldn't access that. But I do have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, SUI, and of course Binance. I personally have gone for quality and generally stayed out of the meme coins. I know that some of them are more profitable than others, but generally I've just stayed out. So let's look at WIF. WIF has got countless areas of, this is now the fourth area of supply, which means people are just selling. They're selling this range, this range, this range, and this range. And now, as you can see, WIF has also fallen below its point of control, and it's just in this area. Let's go to the weekly to have a look. Let's see. Look at that. WIF has come almost. Look at what WIF is selling at. Look at that. WIF is selling at $1.27. Its all-time low was exactly $1. So it's only about 24 cents from its all-time low. When it started, so one has to be very careful here. I wonder whether this is heading to zero. I'm not quite sure, because this area here is in an area. If you look at this area here, it's in an area where it can fall right to the bottom very easily, or even go lower. But we shall wait and see. Let's go back to the daily. If you hold WIF, I would strongly recommend that you be vigilant, because I mean, just look at that volume provider. Look at that, and look at this. That's the bottom there. So we have to be careful if you own it. Let's have a look at the Ichimoku. Oh, this is definitely strongly bearish, very strongly bearish. Chiku span, look at that, running very free. Chiku span, price action, as well as the Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen, all under the cloud. Cloud here is at an incline. This is definitely strongly bearish, coupled with the fact that there's an overlap between two areas of supply. That does not help. And furthermore, as we said earlier, it's now just 24 cents from its all-time low. So please, ladies and gentlemen, if you do own it, watch it closely. Be vigilant. You know, if you look at the price action, it's lower highs and lower lows. So just be vigilant. I can't see, I don't know, this might be something that you might have to wait out if you're still interested in trading with. So next is MOODENG. Again, I'm just doing some friends. As I said before, I don't have MOODENG. I'm doing a few friends, a few colleagues of mine a favor by sort of analyzing it, because, well, not just them, others have asked me to analyze it as well. If you remember, I did warn about this. A series of lower highs and lower lows. If you look at the lows, if you look at the price action, areas of supply. And when you start seeing areas of supply getting a bit too consistent, I think you should start worrying. Our all-time low, which is here, is at what? About 1 cent. It's currently 12 cents. And look at this area here. I warned that if it breaks 13, it's now just 12. That there's a danger of it coming all the way down to about 8. So if for those of you who hold MOODENG, you're going to have to be very, very, very patient. And pray to God that this thing starts to go back. I mean, look at that. That is just bad. If we put on the Ichimoku, just like WIF, that is very strongly bearish. The cloud is inclined at an angle that tells you it's bearish. Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, everything under the cloud. Kijun-sen above the Tenkan-sen. Price action, Chiku span running free. No question about this. If care is not taking this, I warned about it, that if it breaks 13, there's a danger of it going to 8. Watch closely. If you have MOODENG, you're going to have to be very, very, very patient. So watch out for it. Okay. Next, we're going to go to MSTR, and I've told you why we look at MSTR. Marco Saylor, I think within the next year or so, Marco Saylor will be Bitcoin and Bitcoin will be Marco Saylor. He's been buying this thing like crazy. He has been buying Bitcoin like crazy. I mean, all you have to do is put in Marco Saylor and say how much Bitcoin did he buy last week or yesterday or day before yesterday, and something, ladies and gentlemen, will pop up for you to see. So you've got to watch that. Now, MicroStrategy's faith goes with the price of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes up, it goes up. If Bitcoin goes down, it goes down. There's an area of supply here. Some people, I believe, are taking some profits. There's area of demand not too far down the road. If you remember, I took a trade and told you that I expected MicroStrategy to come all the way down to about 280. It dropped to about 285 and went back up. So I missed out on that trade. I'll be watching this very closely. I trade this strictly speculatively. I've already done about 2 trades with this. I missed the last one. I'm hoping to get the next one. So I would tell everyone to watch it closely. Try and see when you can go long or short, and try and make some money from it if you can. Okay, let's look at the Ichimoku very quickly. This tells you not to do anything. Price action is within the cloud. Cloud is also looking sideways, surrounded by an area of supply and demand that care must be taken. Chikuspan, although free, it could easily get caught up within price action, but I think this is going to go lower. Kinji-sen is above the Tenkan-sen. They're all also in the cloud, and when you see price action in the cloud, that means do not buy or just be patient. Don't buy anything. Don't get into any trade if you haven't. If you've got a long-term hold, fair enough. But if you're just trying to get in, leave well alone. Watch closely. Possibly for it to come all the way down to about 305. If it does, and that might be a good buying opportunity. But time will tell. Finally, we look at HODL. And HODL, as I've told you before, is Sol Strategies. It was based on the Canadian Stock Exchange. I wanted to get into this trade when it was about $2, 20 cents. I beg your pardon, not $2, 20 cents. And look at where it is now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm weeping. Whenever I look at this, I weep because I saw the opportunity. But anyway, that's me ranting on that one. I need to just be quiet and just analyze. So please forgive me on that. No areas of supply so far. They're just areas of demand. This is still very strong. One of the strongest performance from last year. Still going strong. But look here. Be very careful. Look at that. Look at the volume profile here. It's very, very, very sparse. That means, as I've told you before, that means that price moves up and down very, very quickly when it comes to areas like this. Do you see that? Let's have a quick look at the weekly. Look at the weekly. Almost no volume. Look at that. Look at the volume profile. This price can move up. When it's like this moving up, it goes up very quickly. And if it's like this going down, it goes down very quickly. Be vigilant, ladies and gentlemen. Be very, very vigilant. Particularly those who are taking a speculative, who have a speculative mindset. I'm told that HODL is going to be registered on NASDAQ. They've already applied. So we wait and see. Maybe we can do a couple of speculative trades on it. Okay, let's look at the Ichimoku. And rather unsurprisingly, this is definitely bullish, very strongly bullish. However, I said a while ago to people, look at the price action here and look at the Tenkan-sen and Kinji-sen. Look at the distance between them. This is beginning to come into the overbought territories. Don't be surprised if the price falls dramatically to about 4. Don't even be surprised if you see the price coming all the way down to about $3.50. Do not be surprised. Or even lower than that. Maybe $3.30. Do not be surprised. Like I told you before, look at the volume profile. It's very, very sparse. Although this setup right here is very bullish. I would suggest anybody who wants to get into this trade to be very careful and to watch it closely, not just jump in. So I think I've just about covered everything. I hope you find this satisfactory. If there's something, a particular instrument you would like me to cover, please let me know. Please like and subscribe. I hate saying that, but please do. It helps. It helps the algorithm and it helps us. And I think that's me, ladies and gentlemen. So, as always, have a good weekend. Keep your eyes and ears open. And you're trading sharp, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good one. Bye.